Random Hugs Revolution.
Hello! I bet you're here because you want to see the answers to my 18 Disney questions, don't you? So let's get started. Question number 1. Which Disney movie or scene would you like to be in? So, I would like to be in, and this is going way back. When I was a little girl and I would watch this movie, and I always would dream that I could do this. And I even had a bed that looked similar to this. But in the movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks, when the kids take off on the bed and they go on their adventure, that was like, I just loved that. And I always wanted to be, like, I used to pretend my bed would take off and sort. So that's definitely, if I could go back and relive a scene, I would go way back, and I would be in that scene. Question number 2. What is your best moment in a Disney park? Well, I have to say my best moment in a Disney park would be when I was in Hollywood Studios the night before the grand opening for Toy Story Land, and I happened to be walking by and gawking at the hedge there like everybody else, waiting for it to maybe open or not open, and I was just there for a few minutes, and I was getting ready to turn around and walk away, and I noticed a big crowd of people going, and they weren't turning around and walking away like they had been for the past 20 minutes, so I followed them in and was greeted by all of the very excited cast members that were so eager to share it with us. Walked right over to Slinky Dog, was on and off Slinky Dog within 14 minutes of them doing the soft opening. That's the only time I've been on Slinky Dog, so I'm very excited because I have a fast pass to go see it on the next trip at night. So I'm really excited for that. So I'd have to say, hands down, although I've had a lot of really great experiences, that for me personally was probably the most exciting and magical. Question number 3. What non-Disney song reminds you of Disney? Well, I'd have to say probably like the Sugar Plum Fairy song, because that was in Fantasia. And while it wasn't really a Disney song, it definitely reminds me of Fantasia, which reminds me of Disney. So that's the one I'm picking with. Question number 4. When was your first Disney trip? Well, after some careful collaboration on this answer, I have discovered that it was my 3rd birthday, so that would have been the summer of 1972. So it was actually within the first year of Disney World opening. Question number 5. Which Disney character would be your best friend? Well, I think that's simple. It's Pluto, because Pluto's Mickey's best friend and dogs are man's best friend. So I would love to have Pluto as my best friend. Question number 6. Which Disney sidekick best fits your personality? Well, I don't know if he's a sidekick, but I would have to say maybe Baloo from the Jungle Book. He's kind of goofy, he's kind of fun, he's sort of laid back, but at the same time, he's still very mothering and is always grateful of good advice. Number 7, who is your favorite Disney princess? Well, that's easy. Mulan is my favorite princess. I think she's the toughest princess of them all. And, yeah, she's my favorite. Question number 8, which Disney movie scene always makes you cry? Well, when I was little, I definitely always cried when You Think Baloo is Dead in the Jungle Book. Always. And then, of course, when Toy Story 3 came out, how can you not cry at the scene when they're all going down into the red dungeon? And recently I've heard there's a really good scene in Cars 3 that makes everybody cry. So, but right now I'm going to stick with the first 2. Number 9, what is your favorite Disney movie? That's a really hard question. And I don't really know how to answer that. I'm just going to go with Mulan for right now. It is my go-to. When it's on, I always have to sit down and watch it. So I'm going to stick with Mulan for right now. What Disney movie is overrated? Okay, so I'm probably going to get really beat up for this one, but I'm not really a huge fan of the Zootopia. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong. I love the characters, I love the story, I love the message. But there's just something about it that when it's on, it doesn't really make me want to sit down and watch it. So, I hope I didn't offend anybody by that. Number 10, what movie do you consider to be most underrated? Well, I think I actually kind of hinted on this during a Disney pin trading post that I did. But I think Chicken Little. I think the Chicken Little is a great movie. I love the soundtrack to it. I love the characters. I love the visual that it gives. I think it's a lot of fun. And I think that it doesn't give as much attention as it should. And Chicken Little is just so damn cute. And number 12, what is your favorite Disney song? Ugh, that's hard. When we're in the car, all we listen to is Disney songs. Depends what kind of mood we're in, where we're going, what we're doing. So I have a really hard time answering this. I do have to say that every time we play the soundtrack to Happily Ever After Fireworks, that really touches me, and I really do like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with that for right now. What is your least favorite Disney song? Well, I know everybody wants to say Let It Go because it was so huge when it happened and it just went on and on and on and on and on. And while my child may not remember this or want to admit to it, it did get played over and over and over and over in this house when it first started. So I don't know that it's necessarily my least favorite. I don't know that I have a least favorite. But it's definitely one that's a little bit annoying, so we'll move on from there. Number 14, who is your most memorable Disney villain? Well, when I was little, it was definitely Maleficent from Snow White. Just scared the crap out of me. I'd have to say nowadays, probably Oogie Boogie is a huge one, just because Nightmare Before Christmas has been a really big fan favorite in this house for a very long time. So we'll go ahead and give him a little shout out. 1, 2, 3. Alright, where did we leave off? Okay, number 15. When classic Disney ride is your favorite? Well, still not over the fact that they closed the Great Movie Ride. Just going to get that out there. I don't understand why they did it. It just still doesn't make sense to me. So I'm just going to harp on that for a minute. Get that out of the way. But I don't know that you consider that. Is that considered a classic Disney ride? So when I think classic, I think like what I went on when I was little. What made me sort of feel Disney when I was on it. And I would say the Carousel. I mean, come on. You feel like a princess when you're on there. You're going around. You get to view the whole Fantasyland as you're going around, and the castle and everything. And so it's really pretty. So I'm going to stick with the Carousel. Number 16, which modern ride is your favorite? I'd have to say Slinky Dog, even though I've only been on it once. It was very short, but it just sort of, it encapsulated everything. It gave you great theming. It gave you a great thrill. Yeah, so I'm going to say Slinky Dog. And that brings us to number 17. What is your favorite music score? I'm not sure, but I'm going to have to say it probably involves Danny Elfman in some way. I do always like the Fantasia, but do you really call that a Disney score? Because those were songs that weren't necessarily Disney, weren't they? So, yeah. We'll stick with anything from Danny Elfman. And number 18, which is your favorite live-action Disney video? Well, I'm not really a big fan of the live-action movies. I really could take them or leave them. I don't even know that I can say that I've seen any, except for I've seen bits and pieces of a few of them. I have seen Jungle Book. Did love Jungle Book, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with Jungle Book being my favorite live-action video. So this was a tag video. I wasn't officially tagged by anybody, but because I really needed a Disney video to put up while I'm in Disney right now, having a great time. So go make sure to check my Instagram stories for everything that I'm doing right now. So I thought I'm just going to go ahead and do it myself. But I will reach out and I will tag 3 people. I'm going to tag C. Sean Vlog And I'm going to tag Wendy with an I from Happiness and Sweet Tea. And I think I will also tag Gareth and Laura. All right, so I look forward to seeing your answers. Please make sure to tag me down below if you've done this, because I want to see your answers. Feel free to leave me some comments down below on either my answers or what your answers were to the questions. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like I mentioned, I'm in Disney right now, and I'm going to be putting out a lot of really great videos when I get back. So I am very happy to have just gotten 400 followers. Thank you very much for everybody who has subscribed recently. And I am on the road to trying to get 500 for my 50th birthday in June. So make sure to share the word. Give a little subscription down below. Don't forget to go out and give someone a random hug today. And we'll see you real soon.